From the Bewilderbeast egg that vanished from the story to the real reason the Light Fury attacked Hiccup, today we're breaking down 10 how to train your dragon mysteries nobody solved. But first, if you love Toothless, drop a dragon emoji. And if you're a fan of Hiccup, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Number 1. Why was the Dragon Queen alone? At the end of Race to the Edge, the writers finally find the legendary king of dragons, a full alpha Bewilderbeast. But Krogan gets there first, and he starts firing sedatives to try and put her to sleep. She freezes several of his soldiers solid before Hiccup arrives. And when Hiccup gets close, he finds something nobody expected, an egg. Because the king of dragons everybody had been hunting was never a king at all. She was a queen, and she was protecting a child. Hiccup helps her and saves the egg, and the moment he does, she calls dragons in from everywhere, and they tear the hunter's fleet apart. But here's the part that reframes her completely. Work out why she was alone in the first place. She needed to hatch that egg, so she found a cave on Berserker Island and used her ice to make the whole area cold, building the exact environment the egg needed to survive. And then she got stuck there, so she made a choice. She stayed alone, and she used her power as an alpha to push every other dragon away from that island, keeping the location secret for as long as it took. She wasn't a monster hoarding treasure. She was a mother who walled herself off from her entire species so nobody would find her child. Then Hiccup takes the egg somewhere safer, and Valka moves it again to somewhere better still. And to this day, it has never hatched. A lot of people assume it grew up into the alpha we see in the second movie. It didn't. These eggs take decades, and the timeline doesn't allow it, which means that egg could still be out there right now, waiting. What do you think happened to it? Drop your theories in the comments. Number 2. Astrid always loved Hiccup. Everyone reads Astrid's arc the same way. She can't stand Hiccup, then she rides Toothless, then she suddenly likes him, feeling switched on like a light. I don't think they switched on at all. I think they were always there. Watch her earlier in the film, in the scenes nobody analyses. When Hiccup gets embarrassed in front of the village and everyone laughs at him, look at Astrid. She isn't laughing. She looks genuinely upset about it. In a crowd of people enjoying his humiliation, she's the one person who isn't. And then there's the first time she meets Toothless. Her instinct isn't to run or to attack. It's to get in front of Hiccup and protect him, because she knows he can't defend himself. She's ready to put herself between a Night Fury and a boy she supposedly can't stand. So maybe the dislike was never dislike. Maybe it was jealousy sitting on top of something she'd already felt for a long time. And the flight didn't create anything. It just cleared away what was hiding it. Number 3. The 5 fastest dragons. Forget strength for a second. Here's pure speed. And number 1 isn't even close. Number 5. The Deadly Natter. Fast, agile, and deadly accurate, flying at around 60 miles per hour. That makes Stormfly one of the quickest flyers on all of Berk. Number 4. The Skrill. With lightning driving it forward, this one hits nearly 80 miles per hour, fast enough to strike before anything can react to it. Number 3. The Razor Whip. Sleek as a blade and built like one. It cuts through the sky at around 90 miles per hour with razor-sharp precision. Number 2. The Light Fury. Silent, graceful, and unbelievably quick. She can vanish mid-flight while traveling at absurd speed, which makes her almost impossible to track. Number 1. The Night Fury. Toothless takes the crown, blasting past 100 miles per hour. And it isn't just top speed, it's his acceleration and his agility that nothing else in this world can match. So here's the real question. If Toothless raced the Light Fury, no distractions, nothing on the line, who actually wins? Drop your answer in the comments. Number 4. How does Hiccup control dragons nobody else can? There's a moment in the second movie that quietly says everything about Hiccup. His friends are struggling to handle the smaller dragons. They can't get them under control. They can't get them to settle. And at that point in the film, even an alpha can't fully command them either. Then Hiccup walks over and every single one of them calms down instantly. So what's he doing differently? Watch the hands. Everyone else grabs. They take hold of the dragon, force it into position, and try to physically overpower something that doesn't want to be overpowered. Hiccup doesn't grab anything, he just touches. The exact same gesture from the exact same boy who once stood in a cove, turned his head away, closed his eyes, and held out an open palm until a Night Fury chose to close the distance himself. He never learned to control dragons, he learned to ask them. Number 5. Alpha dragons were never meant to fly. Here's a detail most people look straight past. Look closely at the Bewilderbeast's wings. They're enormous, and they're torn, burned, and full of holes. Useless. That's not random damage, that's a pattern. Because in the first movie, Hiccup defeats the Red Death by destroying its wings and forcing it to crash, which tells you something important about this class of dragon. Alphas are vulnerable in the air. Whatever they aren't built for it. They're built to dominate from the ground. And here's where it gets more interesting. The Red Death wasn't just a big, dangerous animal. It controlled every other dragon around it, including the Night Fury, forcing them to hunt and deliver food or be eaten themselves. That level of control belongs to one thing only, the true alpha. So maybe the Bewilderbeast was never the first. first. Maybe the Red Death was the original alpha, and every alpha since has inherited the same grounded, earthbound kind of dominance. Number 6. Fear, control, respect. How alphas changed. And once you line up all 3 alphas, the franchise is telling one continuous story about power. The Red Death ruled by fear. It forced other dragons to steal food and bring it back, and the ones who failed were eaten. Pure terror. Nothing else. Obedience bought with the threat of death, until Hiccup and Toothless took it down and freed every dragon in that nest. Drago's Bewilderbeast ruled by control, a step colder. It didn't need to frighten anyone because it simply overrode their minds, including Toothless, for a moment. No choice at all, until Toothless pushed back and broke free. And then Toothless. He doesn't lead with fear. He doesn't lead with mind control. He isn't even the biggest or strongest dragon in the room. He leads with loyalty, courage, and heart. And the dragons follow him because they choose to. Fear, then control, then respect. That's not 3 villains and a hero. That's the same throne held 3 different ways, and only the last one held. Number 7. The 5 strongest dragons' speed is one thing. Raw power is another. Here's the top 5. Number 5. The Red Death. Massive, controls every dragon around it, and functions as a living flamethrower. It ruled through pure fear until a night fury brought it down. Number 4. The Screaming Death. A terrifying underground beast that tunnels straight through solid rock. Once it locks onto a target, stopping it is almost impossible, and you never see it coming. Number 3. The Skrill. Its real weapon is lightning. It absorbs and unleashes it, survives storms that would kill anything else, and it's smart enough to genuinely go toe-to-toe with Toothless. Number 2. The Bewilderbeast. Alpha class. Mind controls other dragons outright, and its ice breath can freeze an entire battlefield in seconds. Number 1. Toothless in alpha mode. Not the biggest, but by far the most adaptable. Plasma blasts, full stealth, and the proven ability to take down other alphas once he unlocks his potential. Do you agree with that order? Let me know in the comments. Number 8 are Toothless and the Light Fury. Even the same species, they look nearly identical, so everyone assumes they're one species in 2 colors. They aren't. They're closely related, and that's a completely different thing. Start with what we've never seen. Toothless is the last known Night Fury. If there were more out there, we'd surely have seen a female Night Fury by now, and the reverse is true too. There may well be male Light Furies, but the films never show us one. Then look at the physical gap. Both have plasma blasts and cloaking, but the color of their plasma blasts is different, and Toothless has a unique relationship with lightning. He literally uses it to vanish and reappear in the sky, something the Light Fury never does. But the real proof is their children. The babies are hybrids, visibly, obviously a mix of both parents. If Toothless and the Light Fury were the same species, those children would look fully like one or fully like the other. Instead, they land squarely in the middle, which is exactly what happens when 2 closely related but separate species have offspring. So no, they're not the same. They just make an incredible pair. Number 9. Why did the Light Fury blast Hiccup? There's a moment in the hidden world where the Light Fury fires at Hiccup and launches him into the sky. Most people read it as her simply being aggressive and territorial. Her actual reason is completely different, and it's heartbreaking. Go back to their first meeting. The connection between her and Toothless is immediate, but the second Hiccup appears, she bolts. She had never trusted a human in her entire life, and she wasn't about to start. Here's what almost nobody notices. She never actually left. She secretly followed the group the whole way, and from everything she could see from a distance, one thing was obvious to her. Toothless was being held captive by a human. He had a device strapped to his tail. He couldn't fly without the man on his back. He never left his side, so she attacked Hiccup to free him. And Toothless didn't fly away with her. He turned around and saved Hiccup instead. That was the exact moment she understood. Toothless wasn't a prisoner. He had chosen to stay. All that time, she wasn't rescuing him from an enemy. She was trying to protect him from his best friend. Number 10. It was never really goodbye. The saddest goodbye in animation might not have been a goodbye at all. At the end of the hidden world, it feels absolutely final. Humans and dragons separate for good. Hiccup builds a family. Toothless becomes alpha. Their story closes. But the sequel series, Dragons: The 9 Realms, quietly rewrites that ending. A new writer named Tom Cullerson bonds with a dragon called Thunder, confirmed to be Toothless's direct bloodline. And deep underground, he starts finding things that shouldn't be there. Viking carvings, ancient tools, records left behind by a human, hidden in a place no human was supposed to reach. Hiccup kept coming back, long after that final goodbye, again and again, for the rest of his life. Then comes the biggest reveal of all. Tom is part of the Haddock bloodline, which means after 13 centuries, the connection between dragons and humans never actually broke. It just went quiet and waited. So tell me, should Hiccup and Toothless's story have ended there, or should it continue forever? Comment end or forever. And that's it. Which one surprised you the most? A theory or a tiny detail? Let me know in the comments. If you want the next part, hit that like like button and make sure you're subscribed, because we're uncovering even more secrets next time.